Scaling your law firm doesn't have to be difficult. It's all about mastering a few key strategies, systems, and mindsets. Welcome to the Scalable Law Podcast, where we talk about how you can increase profit in your pocket and time in your calendar. My name is Carolee Fontanelli, and I have successfully scaled my firm so that it doesn't solely rely on me. Now I love teaching other law firm owners how to do the same. Let's transform your business starting now. Welcome to another episode of the Scalable Law Podcast. Well, it is already September. It is absolutely crazy how quickly time is flying. And actually, it'll be mid-September by the time you are listening to this. It is nuts. My daughter turned 15 yesterday, so that has been fun. She is my last one at home, so I'm on the countdown, literally, and just feel like there's not much time left, really, is there? It's a different experience when you've got children that are coming up to finishing high school and leaving home and then thinking about being an empty nester. Whoa, that sounds so old. That sounds so old. Well, I guess I am that age and I am at that life stage, which is so different from having lots of little kids at home and the, sheer craziness that brings while running a law firm. And now my life is looking a little bit different, a lot more calm. Without lots of little people in the house and having all of those school runs and drop-offs and things like that. It's nice having her at this stage a little bit more independent. Anyway, that's a bit about my family life. Today, we have a new topic, which is about the life at the firm and what it looks like, and making sure that you've got the right people in the right seats in your law firm. So today we're going to deep dive into this concept that can make or break the growth of your law firm, and that's having the right people in the right seats. This idea is not new, but it is systemized, you could say, or talked about in the EOS framework, which is by Gino Wickman. Now, this framework is incredible, and it is a framework that we utilize inside the Accelerator program. It's something that we're actively working on all the time and helping law firm owners with making sure that they have the right people in the right seats. In fact, this is one of the first exercises that we actually do together in the program. We map it out for you visually so that you can actually see who sits where and whether they're the right fit for the seat. One of the most eye-opening things when I do this for law firm owners is for them to actually visually see how many seats they are sitting in themselves. And it becomes really evident why they feel so overwhelmed, because they can visually see that they're literally in every seat across the firm in one way or another. So let's get stuck into it and talk about what does right people, right seats mean. So let's break it down into two parts. So right people means, do they align with your firm's core values, and do they fit the culture? And do they get it? Do they want it? And do they have capacity? Right seats mean, do you have the right seats in the business? So forgetting long job descriptions, really just identifying 5 major responsibilities of each role, so each seat in your company. Only then can you really have clarity around what the right seats on your bus might look like. In your business, it's really not enough to have someone who is talented but doesn't share your core values, or someone who's loyal but doesn't have capacity to deliver the role. Both parts must be true. And I'm sure that you have worked with people long enough for that to really click when you look at someone and you ask the question, do they get it? Do they want it? And do they have capacity? I've worked with people who have all three. I've worked with people who get it, have capacity, but don't want it. I've worked with people who get it, want it, but simply don't have capacity. So if you have got the right person in the right seat, they should get it, want it, have capacity, and fit all your core values of your firm, which we want to break down to only 5 core values or less. And that is when we know we have got the right person in the right seat. So the 3 simple questions, but they're super powerful. When we break it down, do they get it? That means, do they truly understand the role, the responsibility, and what success looks like in that role? Do they want it? That means, are they motivated to do the job? Or are they just sitting there because it's convenient? Are they just coming in for a paycheck? Do they have capacity? Do they have time, skills, and energy to execute it well? And maybe they don't have the time, but they have the skills, or maybe they just don't have the mental capacity to take it on. If you can't answer all yes to all of these, then you really do have the wrong person in the seat. Now, let's talk about when the law firm owner isn't the right person for that seat. So when I do my onboarding call, I ask the law firm owner, do you get it? Do you want it? Do you have capacity? And sometimes it's a no on all of those things. But we end up in these seats of the business because we start out as a solo, and you have to sit in every single seat in the business initially. And you sometimes stay there for way too long, keeping that seat warm without properly doing your job, because you might not have capacity, or you might not quite get it, or you simply don't want that part of the business. I know for me, there are parts of my law firm that I did not want to be running or doing. I wasn't the right person for the role. So sometimes this one can sting a little bit, but it's really important because sometimes as a law firm owner, you're just not the right person for the seat. And it's realizing we can't be brilliant at everything. And it's also realizing that we need to employ people who are better than us. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's the best thing that you can be doing. You might be brilliant at the client work because you're a lawyer or you're a technician. That's why you have started your business in the first place, probably. But you struggle with the marketing or the finance. Or you may thrive at building relationships, but you get bogged down in operations. Or maybe you just don't enjoy doing the legal work anymore and you're not the right person for that seat. Maybe you're not a great mentor to junior or younger practitioners and you get frustrated. It's not a failure. It's about being aware. And the awesome thing is that this is your business. So you get to pick where you're brilliant and what seats you want to sit in. After all, isn't that why you have created your own business, so that you can be doing more of the work that you love? So the goal here is not to do everything yourself, but it's to structure the firm so that each seat is filled by someone who gets it, wants it, and has capacity. That might mean stepping out of certain roles and bringing leaders who can own them better than you. So the next thing we need to look at is aligning with your core values. Every decision about people should filter through your firm's core values. Skills can be taught, processes can be taught, but values cannot. And if someone doesn't align with your culture and your core values in your firm, they're never going to be the right person for your firm, no matter how talented they are. There's always going to be friction. And when you evaluate each person in your team, do they get it? Do they want it? Do they have capacity? And then you evaluate, do they align with these core values? Sometimes it can be really obvious why there feels like there's friction in the firm or in the team. And that is exactly why, because they're not aligning with your core values. Now, lots of law firms, I know you might be one of them, don't have their core values written down or clarified. It's so important that you do this work. And if you haven't done it for a while, your firm evolves. So it's time to do it again and to see if those core values are still who you are as a business. I know for me, I found or felt like this was like super fluffy kind of work. and I didn't kind of understand why it was so important. So it's something that it was like, oh, I know I've got to do it, tick the box and get it done. But actually, it's really important to sit down and do the deep work, do the deep thinking about your core values. Because if you're struggling to attract the right people into your practice, this could be the reason why. You don't have clarity around what your core values are. You're attracting talented people, people with skills, but they're not aligning with your core values. So it's really important that you do this deep work. Now, for everyone who I've helped do core values in their firm, the feedback is that it's not easy work. And I've done it for myself and in my own business in Scalable Law and in the firm. It's not easy work. It takes time. It takes thought. Words can be tricky, and really nutting out what it means to be someone who's going to really fit into your law practice. Now, you're going to be employing people over the years, lots of people. In my law practice, we had lots of employees over the years, and some of them were a great culture fit and some of them weren't. And when I think about my earlier days and my first employees, and I didn't have clarity around my core values, this was one of the reasons that we attracted the wrong people into the firm. And when you're attracting the wrong people into the firm, so you've got the wrong person in the right seat, you will have constant friction and it will feel really difficult. So it's really important that you get clarity around your core values, clarity around the seats in your firm, and clarity around the right person for those seats. It's going to make your business thrive and grow. Otherwise, you're constantly going to feel like you've had one step forwards and then a couple of steps back, one step forwards and a couple of steps back. And it's just not fun being stuck in that trap. I know exactly what that is like. And I went through it for a number of years in my law firm, and it was an absolute uphill battle. And I could not see what was going on. And the reality was that as a leader, I'd not stepped up into making sure I knew what my core values were, aligning the people with the core values, and making sure that I had outlined the right seats in the business, who we needed. You can't just keep adding lawyers. It's going to break the business. We need to get these foundational things done properly first. Anyway, if you want help with all of that, I can absolutely help you that in Accelerator. We map out your team visually. We take a look at every seat. We ask those questions. Is this person the right person for the seat? Do they get it? Do they want it? Do they have capacity? Are they aligned with your core values? This visual clarity often creates huge breakthroughs. I can see it on the faces of the law firm owners, and they can go away and start taking major action straight away. When law firm owners are seeing that they're overloaded and where the wrong people are creating friction in the firm, it can absolutely unlock growth. So I just want to remind you as well that scaling your law firm isn't just about getting more clients and more revenue and more profit. It's about building the right team and the right structure. And if that's keeping your firm small, but you're scaling it away from you so that you're not having to do all the work, that is still scaling. It's about giving you freedom and the ability to grow sustainably in your firm. So ask yourself right now about the people you've got. Are the right people in the right seats today? What seats are you in that are not right for your firm? And how can you make adjustments in your firm so that everything's running like a well-oiled machine? Well, that's today's episode. Thank you for joining. I am excited because I will be very soon on a plane to Thailand. Woohoo! My mum retired in July, and she said she just wanted to go on a holiday with the family. So we are taking a family holiday to Thailand with my grown-up children. I've got two older kids, 24 and 21, and my daughter who's just turned 15, as I said at the beginning of the episode. Her birthday always falls right on the school holidays. So we are off to Thailand. My brother's coming too. and my lovely man is coming. So we're going to have an awesome time with mum, showing her around Thailand. We've been before, and we absolutely love foodies. And my brother is a absolute foodie. He knows a lot about food. He was an executive chef for 25 years. So it's so much fun because we love just going around and finding all the great little eats in the alleys and all of that kind of stuff. So we're doing a big trip to Thailand for a couple of weeks, which I'm super excited about. But don't you worry, because I'm recording all these episodes in advance so that I can relax a little bit. And I am still going to be doing a few calls. So there will be a little bit of work as well, because there are so many law firm owners at the moment who need help, and I am here for it. I love it. All right, well, have an awesome week, and I will be tuning in with you next week. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to the Scalable Law Podcast, brought to you by the Scalable Business Lounge. If you would love to know how you can get more clients without relying on referrals, head over to scalablelaw.com to watch my free masterclass. Until next time, you have got this.